Yo, welcome to Hot Takes with Cheddar Chats. There's no hand holding. We do with facts on emotion. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification if you haven't already. Shout out them in the light. DraftKings Topo Chico. You guys should support them because they support us. So the Pelicans fall to Utah Jazz. Second night of a back-to-back. A lot of people are upset about the Zion rest games. I want to make a quick note of this. Look, it's a part of the process, and I think if you're a Pelicans fan, you have to embrace that the Zion thing is indeed a process, much like the 76ers process instead, the except for the Pelicans aren't tanking on purpose. You know what I'm saying? They just losing. They ain't tanking on purpose. At this stage in his career, Zion has played more games than Joel Embiid had played by his fifth year. Two-time All-Star Joel Embiid. I don't even have to list his credentials. Phenomenal player. And I think if you're a Pelicans fan in the Pelicans organization, you have to hope that Zion's career arc mimics that of Joel Embiid. Remember, Joel Embiid was a guy who was consistently overweight, somewhat due to his foot injuries. Didn't play his first 2 years actually. But when he came, he was on a limited schedule. Had some ill-fitting roster situations. I think it was him and Jaleel Okafor, Nerlens Noel. It was just a crazy roster in Philadelphia. But they all figured it out. They haven't won the championship yet, but Joel Embiid went on to become an MVP, perennial MVP candidate, perennial All-Star, one of the probably top 5 talents in the league, maybe top 3. You have to hope that Zion continues to follow that career arc and begins to consistently drop weight consistent in the off season, not during the season. He needs to be dropping weight during the off season, coming into the season ready to play. You just have to hope that he follows that lead. From what I've seen, it appears that Zion and Joel Embiid have a pretty cordial to pleasant relationship. I'm hoping he's taking some notes. I'm hoping he's opened himself up, pause, to take advice from some of the guys who've been through some of the things he's been through, and he follows suit. I know a lot of people frustrated with that Jazz loss. For me, it was frustrating because the Jazz is their team is so bad. But I think with the Pelicans, it always becomes a math equation. You can't consistently trade twos for threes. Luckily for the Pelicans, CJ McCollum is on the mend. He'll be back Wednesday, ironically, against the 76ers. That's why I had to hop on and do this show, because it's like, yo, this is fake. Y'all excuse my dog just came in here. But yeah, so that's going to add some much needed 3-point shooting. Trey Murphy should be back any day now. I wouldn't be shocked if he was back maybe by Friday or something like that, or top of December. It's crazy how things are seemingly coming together. The only question I have is, will this team continue to be as selfless when those guys do come back? Because right now they seem like they're in a bit of a groove. Me personally, I feel like, it's still ISO heavy basketball being played. It's just a more willingness to accept it from Brandon and Zion. Like, Brandon is more comfortable being a decoy when Zion is doing his ISO thing, and Zion is more comfortable being a decoy when Brandon is doing his. They appear to be alternating runs in each quarter, and sometimes alternating entire quarters. And credit to the coaching staff and credit to those two guys for buying into the process. And buying in until, at least until they figure out a better process. Now that CJ's returning, there's going to be less shots for guys. Or you can look at it and say there's going to be better guys taking certain shots. But let's just say there's going to be less shots for the top 2 guys. And especially for JV, unfortunately. I hope that doesn't deter the guys from continuing to be selfless, continuing to go with what's working, and continuing to find the open man, and just not have the mentality of, well, shit, I don't know if I'm going to get 20 shots this game. Let me just take all these bad shots now. I really hope that doesn't happen. I would hate to see this team regress to that point. So to summarize everything, I don't think Zion missing the rest games or taking the rest games rather is a big deal, just because that rule, or not rule, but that designation is created for players like Zion, players with injury histories, players who with individual accolades. That's for guys like that. It's not for, regular guys to just be taking rest games. That's not a thing. It's for players like Zion. Also, I don't think it's as bad as people happen to be making it, just because If they're following the certain career arc, that career arc being Joel Embiid, that's what happened with him. That's what's still happening with him. And so far, it's appearing to be working. You know, he just won MVP. He taking them to the Eastern Conference Finals or to the playoff second round damn near every year. You know what I'm saying? It appears to be working. So if you're the Pelicans, you got to hope that it works for you this time. And, you know, that's been today's show. Much peace and blessings to our brother CJ. Collapsed lung, no joke. I done had it before. It's some serious shit. And he playing through it like a dog. Let's get these dubs. Let's get this dub tonight against Utah. Let's get this dub Wednesday against the Jazz. We need Maxey to have a terrible game. Zion always, well, he usually just destroys Joel Embiid. Zion and Joel Embiid have a crazy one-on-one matchup every game, and it's always quite impressive to see that, because Joel Embiid is probably the second or third heaviest guy in the league right now, and he ain't no chump defensively. So the fact that Zion is able to just destroy him, it's quite impressive. And we already know what CJ did in New Orleans against Philadelphia last season, broke the NBA three-point shooting record. Very impressive. Pelicans starting to get healthy, man. Let's go on a win streak, baby. That's been today's show. A message from our sponsors. I'm out. Peace.
In the NBA, the game can change in an instant, but no matter how the action unfolds, you know DraftKings Sportsbook has your back. This week, new customers can score 150 instantly in bonus bets just for betting $5 on basketball. Win or lose, you get an instant dub. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code BOOT. New customers can get 150 instantly in bonus bets for betting just $5 on basketball. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code BOOT. The crown is yours.